Hi everyone, it's Kathy Schmitt, the Backyard Stamper, and tonight I've got some fun cards using the Party Piggy, and I'm going to mix a little bit of old with some new, and hopefully we'll get through it pretty quickly so I can show you the new catalog, because the new catalog and September online exclusives were released yesterday, and you know, it's probably the best mini catalog in a long time. So my wallet hurt. So we're going to get right to it, and then I have some exciting things to talk about as we go along tonight. And feel free to pop in any comments and let me know where you're from. I see my mom is here. Hi, Mom. And let's get to it. So here are some fun cards using Party Piggy. It's a bundle. It comes with a cute little set of dies, and it's got the stamps are fun. I am so proud of you. I love saying that to people. What's shakin' bacon? Happy birthday. It's just great. So I have some cards. This one is I am so proud of you. I made this one a while ago, and it has a you can get the little domes that fit over the pig's belly, so that's really cute. You don't have to though. You can not make a shaker card with the pig, as you'll see the rest of mine. So this is a fun one that I used. I made a little while ago using two-tone early espresso cardstock, and I just crumpled it up and bent it backwards on itself, which changed the color, and made my own little mud pile for my pig, and splattered the early espresso up on the pig and the backboard and the sign. And I used the Darling Dinosaurs dots to make the splats on the pig. And then this one I received as a swap, but it didn't have a name on it, and so that's cute. No coloring, just stamping, and it's tone on tone with all the fun things going on, and the sentiment, really nice. Now here's what we're going to look at tonight. I made a summer pig. So this little guy is gardening. Isn't that cute? And what I did was I used the die cuts from Storybook Moments DSP, which is on the last chance list. Last time I looked, it was still available. And there's these fun punch outs that come with it. So I just gathered up a bunch of them and put them on, and I made my little garden and my grass just with tearing cardstock. And then I did just trim down some of the paper doodads, and then I just didn't want another pink pig, just, you know, so I gave him some spots. So isn't that so cute though? That's my summer pig. Here's my fall pig. My fall pig is having a blast jumping in the leaves. So this uses the Thoughtful Journeys DSP, gives you the nice blue sky in the background, and if I had left some, it had green on the bottom. So when I started it, I wasn't sure how many leaves I was going to put on, and I just had a hard time stopping. And so all these leaves come from a new bundle called Gathering Moments, and I'll show you that when we go to make this card. And the sentiments here come from Choose Happy. So a little craft your stash, old and new, to make my fall card. And then here's my winter piggy. So my winter piggy is using some of the doodads from the gingerbread bundle. So you know, we can mix and match, and the pig gets to have some fun too. So let's get started. We're not making these 3 cards. We are going to make these 2, and I ran out of time to make this, but like I said, I just tore my paper Here's my torn paper. When you tear paper, tear it towards you to give you the nice edge. And then I used an older sponge with early espresso ink and darkened it all up. And I did that to both sides. And then when I went to go layer them on the card, I just staggered them a little and, you know, cut them down and made my garden that way. So, really fun. All right, so we're going to just set that one up here. Whoops, up here where you can see it. Let's see. I'll move it right here. Okay. If you have any questions about anything, pop them in the comments or shoot me an email, backyardstamper@gmail.com. And if you're interested in getting the Party Piggy bundle, you can shop my Stampin' Up store, kathyschmitt.stampinup.net. All right, so let's do the Christmas or the winter pig. I don't want to call it a Christmas pig first. And let me show you this gingerbread. Because now I can open the mini catalog. Let's see here. I'm going to show you a couple things from the catalog when we get done, as long as I don't use up all the time jibber-jabbering, right? Let me see here. Is this in the online exclusives or here? It's in the book. All right. So here's the gingerbread bundle. It comes with the stamp set and the dies, and the die has a little fold so you can separate them and make single gingerbreads, or fold it in the middle and make a gingerbread card. And then you have all sorts of decorative items to use, and when you buy them as a bundle you get 10% off. And let me just show you what the gingerbread looks like. I cut a couple out. So here's my little gingerbread. This one I stamped in Versamark and die cut. Stamped in Versamark and then heat embossed white embossing powder. So I cut this one in half, and if you put your little doodad right where the joint was, then you can't really tell your cut line. And then this little guy I stamped, but then I just stamped lightly, and then I used a paint marker to follow along my stamping lines. So that's another way if you don't want to heat emboss, and but the paint markers work pretty good. So that's what the gingerbread suite looks like. Isn't that cute? All right, and so we're going to use the doodads on our winter pig. So let's get out some stuff. I'm switching things up just because I can. No particular reason. I just thought, you know what, I'm going to craft some of my stash as I'm making my pig. So we had this designer paper last year, and it had the stripes, but I thought that's a little too much red. So I thought this would be cute. So I'm going to adhere that down, and let me see what I did with my, well, I'll just use glue for now. Hi, Janet. All right, so we've got that, like so. And then what I wanted to do was, I've got my little white piece and a skinny border of Night of Navy Blue. That's just to break up the background. See how nice that looks when you break it up. And then on my original, I stamped right on there, but I did die cut it because I wanted to show you how I colored it. So I stamped it on white using Flirty Flamingo, and then I'm going to take my Flirty Flamingo pad and use my blending brush, and I am just going to dot on some color. Everything we tell you not to do, right? Don't get the blops. But in this case, I want the blops. You can smooth it out if you want, but I was going for a pig that's not completely colored in. All right, and then for the, let's see if I used this one for the snout. This is the light flirty flamingo. So we're going to go ahead and use that on the piggy's nose and the ear. And I just need a little dab of color up there on the ear. So like so. And then I'm going to use my bubble bath to give it some cheeks. Just check that. There we go. Whoops, there. Made a big blushy. That's okay. All right, so now that's how you just color this quick and easy. Hey, Christina, thanks for popping on. All right, let's go ahead and adhere this. To my Night of Navy skinny border. That's why the liquid glue is my adhesive of choice for this kind of a project. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. So just enough that of the paper behind that you can tell it's a Christmas tree. Hey, Stephanie! So like that. All right, so I've got my pig, and let's get this guy dressed up. It's cold outside. All right. So I'm going to just do that. And then I'm going to pop his head up, but I want to put the scarf on first. These gingerbread adornments are so cute. Actually, I don't. I'm going to put my scarf right about there. Keep him nice and warm. We'll put the head up on dimensionals, which I have some right here. My scissors. All right, so I've got my piggy head is all ready to go, and I could have put it on a wobble spring, but I didn't want to. Okay, so I got my fun pig. Isn't that cute? And then here's the gingerbread hat, and I'm just gonna cover up part of his head. Now on this one, I popped it up, but I don't think I want to pop it up. I'm gonna put a dimensional behind the top and then glue down the rest, because it ended up not holding very well. That looks a little too big. Hold on one second. Let's cut that baby down. And we'll put a line of glue on the piggy's head. There. So cute. Oh my gosh. Isn't that really cute? His hat's a little crooked, but that's okay. Got most of the ear covered. Let's see. There we go. That looks a little better. There. Oh my gosh. So cute. Okay, so let's make some candy for this little guy. So the gingerbread has a candy cane that cuts out both pieces at the same time. So you can have, it cuts out the stripes and the solid. So I just cut it twice, once with red and once with white, so I can make a candy cane that looks like that or like that, which I'm going to use the red on top, and I'll put a couple dabs. I'm going to switch to my baby glue bottle just so I can get into the nooks and crannies without getting glue everywhere. Hope you guys are having a good week. Mine has been super busy. Alright, so I got that, and I'm going to pop that right onto my white candy cane, and then with the glue you can have a chance to move it and get it right where you need it. There. So isn't that cute? And I think the candy cane should be going that way, personally, but it's going to go this way for tonight. Well, now I can say it's like my candy cane. Get it? Hey, Kim. All right, and then let's make our little sucker, or what do you call these things? Starlights or something like that. All right, so this is my ginger pig. And that's going to go popped up right there. And I am looking for some of my pretty sparkles. These are fantastic. I love these, and I kind of hoarded some. They are the traditional sparkling sequins, and they have nice colors. Half of them are not white. They really have a color. So they go with the traditional Christmas suite, which is reds and greens and golds and pool party, but it goes with everything. Everything in the catalog, it seems like, can go with this. So I'm just going to take a big one and put it for my pom-pom, like so, and then I took a little one and I put it in the middle of my starlight, which I have to pop up, and then I'm just going to take some green medium ones and pop them all around my little piggy. Oh my gosh, I love making whimsy cards. I do. All right, let's pop up this, and we'll pop this up. So let me just cut some dimensionals here. We'll do it like that. And yeah, the tree DSP, Stephanie, I just, like I said, I went through my stash, and this uses one of the new DSPs here. It's the red. It's flipped on the back. It's one of the specialty designer papers. So I glued the foil side. Gasp. But I wanted to, you know, do something a little different. So there's my candy cane, and let's put on my starlight. All right. And we have a gingy pig. That's what I was calling it. And then this can go on the inside. So I've got my little strip here. Let's put that down. I refilled my bottle, but I think my tip is clogged. So, okay. And then that's going to go inside. Let's see here. Let me use my big glue. Okay. Super fun and easy. And look, I'm going to show you something that's going to make it even easier. Let me just set these aside. I'll close them up so I don't lose them. You know, I lost my Piggy dies and I had to buy another set. Don't ask me where they went. They went somewhere though. All right, so these are called the Greetings for You Mix and Match. You get 6 sheets and they're all white trimmed in gold. Now they're stickers, but you don't have to use them as a sticker if you just leave the backing on. You can pop them up. So I'm gonna do, I think I'll do Merry and Bright on this one, and I'm gonna just pop it up with a dimensional and not use the sticker. So now my Piggy is Merry and Bright. Isn't that cute? And then for the inside, let's see what we've got for the inside. I want something like Happy Christmas. Let's see if we've got one of those. I think we do. Let's see. It's got over and over, it's got the same sayings, which is great because, you know, you're making multiple cards, and I am going to use the same sayings. If I was stamping them, I'd be using the same ones. I thought for sure. There it is. Happy Christmas. That's what I want. The pig, you got to have them happy. All right, so that's going to go right there, and I'm going to use the sticker part. So you just, they're thick die cuts and the sticker backing. So they came on a sheet and I punched them all out, and then I just kept them in this little container. So I think these are going to go on back order pretty quickly. So if you want easy Christmas labeling, there you go. These are what you need to get. And they're all nice sayings too. Merry and Bright, Season's Greetings, Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, From Our House to Yours. You know, really useful, nice greetings. And they're all in the white. So that is the Greetings for You Mix and Match, and that's on page, it's towards the beginning under Craft or Creativity Easy or something like that. Let's see what it's called. Mix and Match. Greetings for You ephemera pack. So you get 2 sheets of 3 designs, and they're all gold foiled. They're $8.50. People, this is a great deal. I bought a ton of them because I don't have to use them this year. I mean, I can use them whenever I use them, but it's going to work great with this DSP. So you don't delay, because those are going to go on back order. I just know it. Okay, so let me put those away. We're moving along. Let me put my little candy cane and put my glue tops on. So let me move that aside. And I'm going to move my gingerbread bundle. Did I show you how big? Oh, I showed you in the book. Here it is in real life. This is huge. And see how big this gingerbread boy is? Girl. It's so if this is your card, look at how big it is. So you can do a card, a quarter sheet, a card, just have the cardstock and make this your card if you wanted to. Like this, open and close, and have that be your card. That would be super cute and very cost effective because you'd only be using a quarter of a sheet. So, and the tip to use these is, what did I do? I die cut first. I die cut the gingerbread first, and then I manipulated my stamp around my die cut to make sure that it didn't go crooked and stuff. So it was pretty easy once I did that. And then I'm collecting little bits. to use later. I had my big envelope. I took it to the store to see if I could find a bin to hold some of those envelopes. I came home, I set it down, and now I can't find it. So that's how it goes. All right, so our winter pig is done. So Stephanie, you came late, but look at, I got a gardening pig. This uses storybook moments. So I got a summer pig, a fall pig playing in the leaves, and my winter pig. Okay, so to make this one, I die cut everything ahead of time because I want to be able to show you some of the new products, and we'll just crank out what we can crank out tonight. So this is Old Olive. This is Thoughtful Journeys paper. I'm just going to adhere that. I wanted something that had a nice blue sky and some greenery at the bottom in case I didn't cover it. Cover it all. Alright, whoops, slid at the last moment. So, like so. Oh, I love this pig stuff. I love this pig. I had pigs, so they were my friends. I loved Charlotte's Web. So, okay, so to color the pig, what I did was I stamped, this is crumb cake, stamped with early espresso, and then I took the 100 marker and I just drew in some splats. So my pig has some spots. I'm going to do one underneath. Might not have come down far enough. And then a big one over here, which will, a lot of this is going to be covered with the leaves. So I'm just drawing on, you know, like spots on my pig. And then I want to do his face, so I want to do like, oops, I want to round them, not make them pointy. And a little one up here. And then he's got a patch on his ear. And another one there. And I think I'm going to do a little one here. And just a smidge on this ear. It's hard to stop. Okay, so now I'm going to use dark bubble bath. Actually, I'm going to use the Flirty Flamingo. This is dark Flirty Flamingo, and when it dried, it turned pinker. So right now, because I'm coloring on crumb cake cardstock, it's not looking really pink, but it will as it dries. It kind of gets pink. Alright, so there's my pig. So that's an easy way to color the pig, is just give it some spots. And then I'm going to kind of place my pig where I want. And so I'm dry fitting it. And I'm going to glue the bottom down. Just, I want the head about there, so, and it doesn't matter which way his arms are going, because you're not going to see it. Okay, so then I took the big dies from Gathering Moments. So Gathering Moments is a beautiful bundle in the online exclusives, and it has these fantastic leaf dies that you can use to make garland. They actually have a kit that has some of these leaves, so you can make more to make your own wreath. And it's got stamped images of leaves. So I did both. So what I did was, these leaves are huge. So one big leaf would have covered my pig. So I cut them in half, and I'm kind of arranging them. So cut them in half and cut them in half again. So maybe I'll go up this side. And then I'm going to glue them as I go, because you know what? It is what it is. I'm not going to fuss with it if it doesn't fit on my paper correctly, because it's just a card that will be fun no matter how it turns out. Because who can resist this pig jumping in the leaves? So something like that. See what I'm doing here? I cut them in half, and then this one I didn't cut in half. And that's the same as that other one. So I just kind of went down, and then I'm going to connect my little dots there, and we'll put this one like so maybe. And my green, I'm going to put 2 greens on. So I'm going to do a green, maybe like that. That looks good. And then maybe the red, kind of tucked under, but coming up a little higher. I like it. Okay, so that's what we're going to go with. So let me glue this down. Oh my gosh. I wanted to do this ever since I saw these leaves. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this on my crafter stash tonight because it's just so fun. I put it on the Demonstrator planning place too. You know, they always have like gorgeous cards. And here's mine, Miss Whimsy. Alright, so we're going to do it kind of like that. Or did I want to turn it? Yeah, let's turn it. Okay. Whoops, my green went wonky. So now I have that. And now I'm going to just kind of arrange my leaves that I cut. I stamped tone on tone and then die cut it out. And I will say this stamp here, I don't think it stamps correctly. It's a distinctive stamp. Mine gives an obvious line though, but you know, I love the rest of the leaves, so I should have called them, but I kept using it and now I've used it. So let's see here. We're going to just like falling leaves from the sky. And we'll do an orange one there. Maybe we'll have like that. And we're just going to throw them on top of the pile here, which kind of hides some more of the seams. And then maybe move that one down and the green up. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. And I mean, did you guys jump in leaves when you were little? Oh my God, we had so fun. The kids and I would bury each other, and really a ton of fun. I have so many pictures of that. It was really a highlight of my stay-at-home years. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of do it like that. And I'll put something over here. So every other one I popped up. So I glued a couple. I think I want to put his head on though. So who else has the pig? Does anybody have the pig? And have you thought about going outside the box with it? Alright, let's move this one real quick. Okay, my head's gonna go there, and I'll move that one there. And then, because I want the leaves to kind of go behind him. Keep saying him, her. I have some Shrinky Dink, and I want to make some Shrinky Dink pig earrings. Oh my gosh, that would be so cute. Just have to grab another pack of dimensionals. Because the pig is big enough that I think I could make some cute earrings. for my roommates at the convention, and you know who you are. Alright, so I'm going to kind of do that, and I might tuck one of these big ones in there, like so. I'm keeping the straight edge here, but my little leaves can go outside the corner. Alright, we'll put that one there. Oh, so cute. Okay, I'm hurrying because I want to show you some of the new products that we've got. Okay, and this one can get popped up. And we'll pop this one up too. That's going to come down like so. This one's going to go right there. This leaf had a little bite taken out of it, but that's okay because you know what? I'll cover it up with another leaf. So we've got, let's see, like that. Like so. Okay. And then I've got these. This is going to get popped up. And don't forget, chicks, we have mystery stamping on Monday. It's really exciting. And you know I'll try to stump you just like I always do. Not on purpose, but it is fun. Alright, I'm going to pop this guy up too. And then we'll put one more on and then we'll be done with our guy. Doesn't it look like he's in a leaf pile? Did I attach that one? So as you get closer and pile on more leaves, that's when I started using more dimensionals. Piling them on. And let's see here, I got one more big one. Tuck it in like that. Okay. All right. Okay, so my leaf pile has been made. I really need one more there, but I'll put my sign there. Or I'll move this one up and then put my sign kind of like that. Okay, so to make my sign, I just used a scrap of something that I had here. Oh, there it is. A scrap of Calypso Coral, and I have my Choose or Happy Fall from the Choose Happy set. This set is so versatile because it's got these happy Thanksgiving and, you know, some of the sentiments, happy summer, happy fall, happy spring, you know, things that, like, I was looking going, oh, where's a happy fall ya all would have been good, but that's long gone. I tried to handwrite it and that didn't go too well. So let me put it like that. So like so. And I just do a little chop chop. Always on an angle, because that way you never know if it was meant to be straight or not. So I'm going to do happy. And let's see, I got to go this way for fall, because that's how my paper was going. Does anybody else's wallet hurt from the new products? Because mine does. I'm going to just tuck a yellow leaf underneath there so that it shows up nice. So I got up at 2 in the morning to place my order. And I'm going to just kind of make my sentiments a little wonky, and I am gluing them down. This one I might pop up though. My happy's already pretty popped up, so it's pretty popped. Let's see if I can make a fall small enough to pop up. All right, so happy fall. There's our Piggy jumping in the leaves. Doesn't he look so cute? Yes, good for you, Steph, to pace yourself, right? And then for the inside, I just wanted to put a piece of white inside. And I mapped out all my classes for the rest of this year and figured out all the supplies I needed, and I put in a big order because I was afraid stuff would go on back order. And so I got everything I needed. So I'm just going to put a couple acorns in here, like so, and like so. That one is really crooked. I put glue all over, but there. All right, so I'll put something there. Cute, 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 cute. Yeah, I only buy from Stampin' Up as well. Because, you know, when you buy as a demonstrator, you're really, you know, you're saving so much money because of the discount. And when they have sales on top of it, you get to almost double dip. All right, so let me just tuck these inside my die case here. And that will be, so that's the Gathering Moments, and with it has some gorgeous paper. Let me see if I have that paper right handy. I do. I've kind of chopped into it. This paper is the best fall paper I have ever seen. I might just order more of it to keep it for next year. So you have 3 of the same leaf patterns, and so they're just colored differently, but it's really fun, and they're all got gold foiling on them. And then the back side has patterns. This one I don't care for. I mean, it looks like brown paper. There's little circles, but they're pretty faint. This is nice. And then this one here is also nice for, well, you can't really see it. There you go. You can see a little bit of the pattern. Very faint. It's like beige. And then on the back side of this has a Cajun Craze leaf pattern. And let's see here. You've got this one here is gold foiling on that side and a beautiful plaid on the other side. Great for masculine cards. We're always looking for stuff for the masculine. And then this is a piece that has like this, I don't know, it looks like it's been sanded off. And then you got green with the gold foiling. So really, I mean, I'm even keeping my little strips to do the inside of my cards with. I love this paper. Love it, love it. I only got 1 pack. So I had to order, I think I ordered through 4. because I'm doing a couple classes with it, so I needed more. All right, so that is part of the Gathering Moments suite. And let me show you what else. Oh, and I have some samples with that too. So let's see here. The Gathering suite. I'm gonna have to move you, Piggy. We'll bring the pigs back in. Oh my God, my scissors just fell on the floor and stuck into my hardwood floor. Yikes. Good thing it wasn't my foot. Okay, so Gathering Moments, here's the paper. I had it all packaged neatly. I put it away. See, when I put things away, I can't find them. I think there's a moral to that story, right? Don't put things away. All right, and then I have, this is a 3D embossing folder with a leaf pattern. It's one of those super big ones, and that is really a lot of fun. And then you have these gold and Cajun Craze dots, and you know, they're not flat, but if you what I do with they're not flat like that is I put my dot next to where I've popped something up, so that the layer with the dimensionals kind of takes the heat. So here's a card that I made, and this is the back of, is that the back of one of them? No, this is just two-tone cardstock, two-tone early espresso, and then I ran it through the embosser and then I sanded it off, so it looks pretty nice. And then this is the back side of that, and then this stamp came from a label stamp, and then it's got this, oh, I forgot the twine, early espresso and old olive linen thread. It's not baker's twine. This is a keeper. I have a lot of trouble with baker's twine just being too thick. And then I put those gold dots. Kind of see, this is popped up and this is popped up, or Cajun Craze, and this is popped up. So as it goes through the mail, that's not going to be the only thing that's big. And then I just did my little acorn inside. So that, let me see here, I've got some other samples because our team did a team swap with the new catalog. Oh, that's the same card basically. This is a card I made. Here's a couple more. Oops. Oh, okay, that's a different suite. Okay. So this is the Gathering Moments, and look at what she did. She like did a quilt pattern, and then when she was done gluing them, she ran them all through the embosser. That is a lot of work. That was our sideline Vicky, and then she did the leaves. This stamp here comes from a different set. So there are two fall sets. One is in the mini catalog. Fall meaning leaf. So you have, this is a mega suite, and you've got Amber Autumn. Blessed to have you in my life. Autumn wishes. Some nice pumpkin and gourds, the leaves and acorns. Grateful for you, thanks, you're simply the best. And then Autumn Trees. And then the paper is the toile paper, and you've got some different dots and some champagne foil. And I'll show you how this die, because we got a sample with that one. So that is the one, and then the other one is in the online exclusives, which is the one that I got. Gathering Moments. It has that paper, the stamp set and dies, the Cajun Craze, the embossing folder, and the thread. So they kind of go together. The colors are the similar. So that's, in this case, she mixed and matched, because these leaves come from the Autumn Amber, and this paper comes from Gathering Moments. Really fantastic card. Love it. That's from Vicky Burdick. And this one I made, okay, so I showed you that one. This one, oh, there's where that dot goes. I had a random dot on my finger and I didn't know where it was, where it went. So I think it went there. This is Jamie Adcock's. Your friendship means the world to me too, Jamie. So that's just, you know, one of the great layouts is using a bunch of circles and then layer your pieces on top of it. Really nice. And she picked up all the colors in the paper using that. And let's see, do I have any others of that one? Oh yeah. So this is that Amber Autumn card. So the die is a big leaf die. You probably have to spend a little bit of time doing the bits and bobs, unless you use adhesive sheets, because then when you peel it off, usually the little bits and bobs come out. And then she colored it beautifully and put this is some textured weave. It's stiff. It's not like that the gold one for the Halloween. So that's beautiful. And this is from Laura Nigro. Absolutely beautiful. Love it. And then for the gingerbread, I showed you mine. Right? Let me put this out of the way because we've already shown that. So we've got the gingerbread, and then Stephanie made a really awesome gifty. She made, Stephanie's on here too, and I love this Stephanie, a little notepad, and covered it with the gingerbread and some of that paper from Traditional Christmas. Baking Spirits Bright. I love that. So really cute gingerbread. And then let's see what else we got. Let's go through the catalog and I'll see what I've got for my samples here. That's probably the easiest way, so I'm not totally skipping around. Okay, so so let me mention something about the kits. I just ordered this one. This is the Making a Difference stamp set, Love and Courage. It's $25, and $3 of your purchase goes to breast cancer research. So, and I really like this sample here. That's really neat. So, I ordered that. And what's really, these are Stampin' Up! Employees who have been personally impacted by breast cancer. I thought that was really touching how they told their story. Okay, so the kits, this kit here makes a wreath garland or a leaf garland that you can turn into a wreath. It comes with the thick wire and all the leaves and some little acorn doodads. And then that one came out last month. This one just came out. I ordered 26 of this kit because I'm having a kit class. This is a non-stamping kit, so it's only $14 for 8 Christmas cards. I can sell that all day long. And anything that we don't use in the class, my mom and I will use for Christmas cards. So I love that. $14, 8 cards, and they use the truck. And then this kit's going to come out next month, a little Nutcracker tag kit. I think that's great too. Oh, what a great idea about the garland for your granddaughters. Yeah, they'll have fun putting that together. Okay, so some scrapbooking, which I haven't bought any of these kits. I have been working on my scrapbooks, but I have the year-long scrapbooking retreat album pages to do, so I'm working on finishing some of the kits that I started, and I've got my pictures, and so then I'm going to hop on and do my yearly one. So this is Memories and More card pack. This is great. This page here is so important. Bookmark it. Page 14. It has all these fun layouts. So you got cards and scrapbooking, but really a scrapbook is just an oversized card. So you can take these and in your mind shrink them down, use half or whatever, and then but these are great layouts. that they use in their card. So this one is right here. Even though it says a circle doodad right here, and they used a poinsettia, it doesn't matter. It's the layout that you're looking at. So be sure to check that out because they make crafting so easy. Okay, I already showed you the greetings for you, the Christmas tags and more. I really like this paper a lot. I ordered a couple packs because of my classes, but it has these 6x6, and it has these ready-made tag rectangles that you can just cut, and the back side's this beautiful garden green gingham. This panel is beautiful, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with that. Well, this looks great on your gingerbread insides, so don't forget to use that. And then you've got some just light patterned paper. You've got this beautiful red and green traditional plaid with this nice green, which I'm not sure what green. I think it's garden greens, kind of like a different hue of it. This piece here, Debbie and I were going, well, that's a dumb piece. What are you going to do with that? Wait till you see what we're doing with it. Oh my gosh, I have a card. I got to just dig it out. And then it has 2 sheets of ephemera that punches out. Actually, 4 sheets because you get 2 of each one. So these make cards ready to go. Who doesn't love that? Let me show you my samples. I put these on the rings because I have a board down in my studio that when my class peeps come, it's hanging up and they can just take it off and thumb through it, and usually it works good unless you get them twisted like I did. Alright, well, I'm not going to fuss with it. So here's a card that I made, and I made a mosaic card using those panels. There's that little tag and some ribbon. This is that card with the ornaments. Look at that. I just cut it, layered it with another piece so it's red and green, and added a label and those sparkling gems, and that card's done. I mean, quick and easy for sure. For sure. Let's see, what else do I have from that pile? Okay, let me get the other one and show you. Let me see here. Look at the card. That was that dumb paper. So this piece here that Debbie and I were like, this is dumb. Well, when you cut that off and you cut it down, it looks like a wreath, and then you use the traditional labels with it and fills all that extra white space. So it came out pretty good. That's going to be one of my card kits cards. Alright, so let me move those aside. Oh, and these are these. So I showed you the leaf that we're making. That leaf card. Nope, I did that last one. Never mind. Never you mind. Okay, I did not get either of these, but I do like that that's one big stamp. Like, you want some quick and easy, just stamp away right on your designer paper. And there's plenty of designer paper that has a muted pattern this year, so you can certainly get away with this. I really thought hard about getting the scene builder one because I like using those, but I resisted for now. Okay, Traditions of Christmas. So this QR code in the magazine takes you to where the measurements are for the box. So check that out. I'm sorry, I'm moving that book around a lot on you guys. So this is a double, it's a mega suite. So I got the Christmas greenery and the traditional labels. The dies are fantastic. They cut out all these shapes, and this banner is beautiful. The stamps fit right in the banner. They've got a little curve. You can use them without the banner too. This is great. And then the Christmas greenery, I love the paper. I haven't used the stamp set yet, but the paper is really pretty because all of this sheet, this is 12 by 12, this whole entire sheet cuts out with the dies. And this one is the die as well. This one here. The little die, there's a die that will cut the flower, but not the leaves, so I would probably just fussy cut that myself. It's got Secret C on the back. This is kind of loud, but I made a card with it and kind of covered it up a lot and used my holly leaves that come in the dies. And this is from Floral Impressions of Bloom. So that, I did this on the Stampin' Up. We had a stamp along the other night. And then this one here, I'm not really a fan of pink at Christmas, but it's okay. I might cover them up. And then I love this sheet here. And again, you got the gold foiling, so it's specialty paper. And look, they put some great plaid on the back. And this one has the red dots. So this one doesn't die cut out, but it's easy enough to fussy cut them. I don't know if it would work with the scan and cut, but these, I like this bit, and then some more Secret C. So here's a card that uses the paper, and they use a snowflake that I'll show you later. So that's pretty neat. And that's from Jamie Tyson from our group. And then, so do I have, I thought I had some more Christmas greenery ones. I don't think I do. I have been making a lot of cards with this. Oh, and this has the big embossing winter traditional wreath. And I did make a card. I wonder where that went. That uses this. This comes out as 6x6, but I made a card using the whole 6x6 and just kind of doing a zigzag fold. But then I saw plenty of cards that you can just cut it down and have the wreath pretty much will fill the page if you strategically place your doodad. So that's that, and then there's those sparkles. The shiny red ribbon it's kind of stiff. It has a right side and a wrong side. I use this as like a border, so you won't see it on that one. So like I would use it as a wrap, and then maybe do a faux knot, you know, the bow knot, and stick it on, because it ties in a bow, but it's a little bit bulky, so I'm not sure how male friendly it'll be. And let's see here. And they devoted a lot of pages to this suite. The cover is this suite. You've got this page here, 2 pages here, 2 more pages here. So and another 2 more pages. So they really gave this some mileage. So if you get this suite, be sure to check out all these samples, because I mean, why not copy them? All right, North Pole delivery. I did not get this one. But Debbie sent me a great swap card using this. Oh, I love these kind of folds. This is a kind of a magical Christmas fun fold. And so she used the shiny red ribbon and the deer dots, and those are flatter and also matte. And then she cut out, or this might have some punch outs. Yes, it does. So she used some of the punch outs and made, and see, it's one of those stand-up cards. So, hey Anne, you'll be back to my studio. I know you will. And this one here makes a great envelope. The die makes this box, and these little pieces, there's a notch, there's 3 notches in the die on one side, and you nest them in there, and then maybe use some washi tape to hold them, and that will cut the slit for the box opening. And then these, so you can have a circle. It cuts the flap. So the other side must cut the slit. The other side of the die. Excuse me. Yes, the other part of the die has the slit. So, okay. And then these fold up and slide through the slit, and it's the closure on the box. So there's a heart, a star, and a circle. So they really are showing good detail on page 31 of the book. Okay, Peaceful Garden. I absolutely love this. And I'm doing well, let me show you this. Let me show you the paper. So the Peaceful Garden paper, we did Creativity Now at the suite. So Demonstrators, some of us have had it for a while, but you know, we have ordering limits on how much we can order, so I wasn't able to order more until the catalog went live. So it's not just for Christmas. You know, this pattern here can be used, this can be used, this one here can be used, this one definitely can be used, not at Christmas. Queen Anne's lace, and then like a muted background. These two are definitely Christmas with the doves, but how pretty. And then you've got a background piece, and I like this piece. It's got Misty Moonlight in it too. So that is the stamp set. And here's that's the DSP. Here's the stamp set. What I like about this is it has Peace, Love, and Joy, which is great for a strip at the bottom of a card, and then Peace on Earth. The rest are not Christmas stamps, so you'll get a lot of mileage out of it. These dies are great. You get 2 doves that cut out. They don't cut out the DSP though. And then you've got some sprigs, so a sprig can go in the dove's mouth. Some nice foliage. Some anchors here for the labels, so you can bring ribbon through it. And some stars. You might want to cut those out in gold. And then 2 nesting labels, which you're going to get a lot of mileage out of those. And then the stamps. So, and let me put this back. And I've showed you the cards we made at Creativity Now before, so I'm not going to show those again. But I am so I'm starting a new series called Craft Your Happy Mail. And this will be a card in the mail kit. And the cost is going to be $25.95. That includes shipping, and you will have everything prepared for you to make the 3 cards shown. So all the die cutting will be done, no stamping because we're not allowed to stamp, but The doves will be die cut. The labels will be die cut. The sprigs will be die cut. And so absolutely everything. All you need is adhesive. So what I'm going to do is, this will be a class in person for the regular price that they pay. They pay $15 to make 3 cards, and they'll be doing most of their own die cutting though. I won't have everything quite as prepared, but for the Happy Mail class I will. And so I am scheduled to show the in-person classes on September 27th, which is a normal class date. I hold my classes twice a month. And then the following Monday will be the YouTube live where I'll show you how to make it. Everybody that orders will receive a tutorial with step-by-step instructions. Craft your Happy Mail, because Happy Mail starts with handmade cards. Isn't that beautiful? So I have one for September, October, and November, a class in the mail. So I'm hoping that people will subscribe. I don't have a way on my blog, which is backyardstamper.com. I don't have a way to have a sign up and collect the fee on my blog. So for in the meantime, if anybody's interested, please just shoot me an email, backyardstamper@gmail.com, and I can send you a PayPal invoice. And I'm going to set up like a QR code and something, and so I'll figure that out. But in the meantime, just use my Gmail account, and then I'll send you a PayPal invoice. So that's Peace on Earth, and you get this beautiful embossing folder, which is not a hybrid. I thought it was, but it's not a hybrid. The label does not, it fits the outline, but it doesn't fit in the embossing folder. And these hues of blue flowers, which are they stars or are they flowers? I kind of used them in both ways. So, and then they've got some beautiful samples of this too. This is nice for home decor. And then Lights of Aurora, which is really funny because you can see them right now, I believe, in certain parts of the States. And when you look in the sky, they don't look like much. You take a picture of the sky on your phone, and man, it shows all the colors. So I love the samples with the tree and then the lights behind it, and it's just simple like that. And this one, and they use the paper to make a lake. So this is very pretty. I did not get this, but I know people online have been gaga. Thanks, Stephanie. People have been gaga over this. And you know, I prep for my in-person classes, and I always have extra. So I thought, well, I can prep for both at the same time, and either the people at the class can buy a second set to take home and everything's prepped for them, or they, if I don't sell them, I'll have them available to my in-person class, or I can use them for my own cards. So I'm hoping that I'm going to make up like 15 kits to start. And, you know, I hope they all sell out, right? This is the autumn toile that we showed already. On the crafting night, they did a one-sheet wonder. And so she had us write in our book so this is card 1, and she gave us the measurements, card 4. And so I did that. I haven't finished my cards. I only got to make 2 of them so far. The audio or the video, they really had some internet issues that kept getting interrupted, and I finally gave up. It was late at night for me, and that was it. So this is the Traditions paper. This is a scrapbooking kit with it. So really fun. And you got this is a stamp that you can get with the holly and big Christmas and magic and just all sorts of fun stuff. And then they have a Peaceful Days scrapbooking kit using the designer paper with an additional sticker sheet and then matching two-tone cardstock. So you can get it a la carte or as one big kit. And then they have, oh, here's another bundle. I did not get this. I love my nuts about squirrels, so and I don't particularly like squirrels. Can I just say I don't like chipmunks or squirrels. Chipmunks especially are very destructive. Squirrels just bug me. So branching out. Now this one here I ordered but I haven't received yet. This is a die set. It's a standalone nesting die set that has these cute cutout corners, that every one of them stitched, and then it's got some sprigs and pine cone. So I call that a standalone. You don't need the stamp set. The branching out stamp set, however, has some beautiful fonts, or beautiful sentiments. So if you need those kind of sentiments, then if you buy them as a bundle, you save 10%. But you don't necessarily need it. I grabbed these. Again, we're always playing with like what's going to go on back order, and I think those dies will. Words for the season are all die cut. They cut out words. I've sent you a squirrel card before, Kim, so I know you like them. Okay, Snowy Delights bundle. I only bought the masks. So with the mask, you make, you fill in your snowflakes. So here I did like a one sheet wonder, a whole 12 by 12, and then I cut them into 4-inch squares for my cards that I used as my swap for the team swap. So each layer, so you got different colors, you got start with big, then you go finer detail, more finer detail, some overlap, so you get the darker color. That's not a different color. I use the same color the whole time. And you can see it with the blue especially. So when it keeps overlapping, that section where it's overlapping just keeps getting darker and darker. So this was my card, and I used the traditional labels with it and the hues of blue stars. And this is the white ribbon and some silver twine that was last year. I don't know if it's still current, but I like to just add a little faux knot with it, and it just kind of springs out. So, and then this card here is also, this is from Jamie Tyson, used the big snowflake. That snowflake is huge. This is half of a snowflake, and it takes up a little more than half of the card. So she was smart to cut it in half and get a twofer. Look at how pretty that font is too. A Winter Wish for Snowy Delights. All right. The gingerbread I already showed. And delightful decorative dots. That's fun. Fun dots. I did not get the pattern tags dies yet, but I did get the Christmas words. And I have to show you, I was playing with it just before we came on, and I just want to show you. So it's a hybrid embossing folder, which means it has the embossing and the die kind of snaps in, and I still have to take mine down, or you just lay your paper in this way and close the back door, okay? And then they all get cut out, right? So here it is, embossed in white. Don't know if that's picking up or not. Okay, and here it is embossed in two-tone red, and then I sanded it. So I can't wait. If you guys don't mind, I want to just see how this cuts out. So I am not going to run it through the embossing again. Well, I should, right? Because Let me see if I can get it to line right up. Yeah. Yep. Okay, hang tight. I want to see what this looks like. I love using the two-tone cardstock a lot. It's great for layering. It doesn't add the bulk and the weight. Oh my gosh, look at this. Because if it was just, oh, these didn't cut out right there. Let me run that through again, but I'll do it after. So, see how you see the cheer and it's embossed? Good tidings for you. And I can sand a little bit more and get even more of the white off. I mean, the white to show. Look at my Happy Christmas. These look great. So, just what I thought I imagined it would look like. And here's a whole sheet they did in gold. And that's fantastic. So I wasn't sure about this. And then if you just do it on white, you can just make this be your card background. I guess you can kind of see it now. There you go. Okay, so that's that, and I'm almost done my, oh, and then I have this, I got a sample of this one. This is a $1 Million Stamp set from Sharon Armstrong, and Kathy Anderson made this swap card. And watch, woo, whoops, woo, look, these came from the Piggy. Party Piggy makes another showing. Isn't that neat? It's a wiper card, a double wiper card. And look at how pretty she did the coloring there. Really nice. That makes me want to go to Hawaii. All right, so that's that. And then the online exclusives has some really great products as well. I showed you the Gathering Moments. This one is Modern Christmas. It's black, white, and gold. And it's got, this is Baker's Twine, black, white, and gold Baker's Twine. And then this one is Elegant Pine, which has more snowflakes, but they're green on the paper. So, I didn't get that one. This page here, the bundles, there's some cute ones. This one here is Homemade Treats. It's the beginning to taste like Christmas. 'Tis the season for baking. Oh my gosh, that is perfect to use if you make homemade goodies at the holidays. And then they've got a cookie sheet, and you've got little cookies you can put on it, and a rolling pin. And then these have double duty. This can be a carrot. This here can be a carrot. This can be a ghost. So this can be a ghost or a blob or a rock. So you can use these for other ways. Piggy could be a chef. Oh my gosh. All right. Beautiful Pumpkins. I really liked that one, but I didn't get it because I got the other one. And then this one here, Pet Love, with the bandanas. And then Festive Friends. I held off. I know a lot of people are getting this one. And the pine trees. The pine trees have a shaker tree dome that go with it. And then this bundle here is a punch bundle, a sign design bundle. So it's got sayings for all year. Merry and bright, Happy New Year's, trick or treat, season of thanks, season to be sweet. So it's some versatility, and the punch is all, you know, versatile for sure. If you wanted just the square, you could tuck the other part in and use that as a tag, or doodad, like I call them. And then they have this Silent Snowfall specialty designer paper. It's white embossed snowflakey paper. And I think this is going to be missed by a lot of people because it's tucked down here in the corner. Velvet paper, some shaker stars, the winter scenes cling. This would go in those frames like the other scenes. I can't remember what they're called. A Halloween scrapbooking kit and a floral scrapbooking kit. So lots of fun products coming out. I've got some great classes planned. I hope that you will keep an eye on my blog, backyardstamper.com, and I will try to be really good about making sure that I advertise my classes in a timely manner. This is available all month while supplies last. So it's $25.95, which includes your shipping. It's Ground Advantage shipping, and it will be packaged completely ready to rock and roll for you. All you need is sentiments. And these, you know, you don't need these exact sentiments. So hope you'll check it out. Let me come back and see if anybody's still with me. That was a long video. I'm sorry that it went so long. But you know what? I wanted to craft with my pigs. Oh my gosh. Look at my pig cards. Where's my winter pig at? Oh, here he is. So summer, fall, and winter pigs. I had to show you guys. These are so cute. And you know, I was thinking I could make a Halloween pig. And then I could make a chef pig. I mean, there's no stopping me, right? So thank you all for hanging with me. I appreciate it very, very much. Please give me a thumbs up. Share my video. It really helps me grow my channel. I get new subscribers, you know, every week. And I'm inching towards, you know, I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm still just under 600, so I've got a ways to go. But, you know, if you guys help by sharing my video, then I would really appreciate it. And thumbs up. And all your comments help too. It all helps the algorithm to have YouTube send others to find me. So I appreciate it very, very much. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I'm going to see my friend Ann. Woo! I hope you're still on, Ann. I can't wait to see you. And so she recently moved from New Hampshire, where I am, to Vermont. So close friends. Oink, oink. Oh, you betcha. So close enough that it's definitely drivable for a great visiting. So can't wait. And that's about it. So I will talk to you guys soon. Please get on and order as quickly as you can. Don't let the back ordering inventory issues stop you from getting what you want. So I will check in with you next week on Crafter Stash. I will not have my Crafter Stash scrapbooking on Sunday because I will be in Vermont. And the drive, I think, is about 3 hours I think so. Slightly less than 3 hours. I don't know. I might drive a little faster than Ann. I don't know. It's all highway driving. So Vermont state troopers, though, they watch. They are sitting there in that median. My gosh. And in New Hampshire, you know, I hate to say it, they don't do a good job of stopping the speeders. But in Vermont, when I hit Vermont, I will definitely have to slow down. So, and yeah, so have a great week. I'll see you next week, Crafter Stash. And I have my card class this weekend, and we're going to make some fun cards in my in-person class. I was going to show you, if I have them right here, I will show you. But Oh, I think I put them away somewhere safe. You know how that goes. So, take care, everyone.